Hello everybody and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. For today's preview, France versus Wales, the second last match of the 2023 Six Nations, as well as the second match on Super Saturday, all three Six Nations back to back to back. We've got Scotland versus Italy kicking us off, then France versus Wales, and then Ireland will be kicking off against England in Ireland on St. Patrick's weekend, and they'll know exactly what they need to do when they do kick off. And chances are they'll probably just need to win, but potentially might need to be able to lose potentially with the bonus point, and with points difference still be all right. But for France, they need to go out and they beat Wales by a bonus point and a big score to try and give them a small chance of retaining the Six Nations. And they're picking a very good side to it. Wales as well made a lot of changes. Warren Gatland continues to sort of tweak his side as he sort of looks to try and find what his best 23 is, as well as kind of where his squad is ahead of the World Cup later this year. Before we look at the two teams, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. We'll start with the home side, which is France. And they are being boosted by the return of Unai Antonio. He comes into that front row and completes what is one of the best front rows in the world, and so by Julian Marchand and Antonio. There is an injury and force change in the tight five. The remaining top for now comes in for the injured Paul Willemse. So they do lose a bit of bulk in losing the South African-born lock, which gives them a lot of aggression and physicality. Tebalt Clement has been absolutely incredible so far in the Six Nations. The complete player. He's athletic. He gets around the park, does a lot of the hard yards, and just always seems to find himself in really good positions from attacking sense. So very impressed with what he's doing. It's the usual trio at the back of Charles Olivon, Anthony Gelange, and Gregory Aldred, who on the back of a little bit of a rest, looked much better last weekend, looked back to his best. He had one of the best first halves I think I've ever seen a number 8 have in World Rugby, and was very impressed with what he got in there. Antoine Dupont as well last week was just absolutely marvellous. When he has those games where you can just do no wrong, he's kicking over his left boot, he's kicking over his right boot, he's tripping over the top, the ball's just falling to him, and he's just pulling the strings. Romain Intermac as well, I thought had his best game of the Six Nations last weekend, really to control things. Obviously, it's some people can get quite harsh about French fly halves, but that's because they do everything off 9. Which, when you've got Antoine Dupont as your 9, why wouldn't you do everything off 9? Elsewhere, we've got Ethan Demeter in the 11 there, Damien Pinot at 14, Jonathan Dante, Gail Picker in the midfield, and Thomas Ramos, man of the match last weekend against England at fullback, and was absolutely brilliant off the tee, as well as an open play. Off the bench, Pieter Muvaka, Reddy Wadi, and Siplia Falatia is the reserve front row. Baston Chalarou comes down onto the bench. Sekou Makalu as well still remains there. Maxime Luchu, Yoram Mufana, and Malvin Jaminet does complete the 23. In terms of the Welsh side, a lot of the big players are back. Ken Owens will continue to captain the side. You've got Wyn Jones and Thomas France on either side of him. In the middle of the scrum, though, Adam Beard is joined by Alan Wyn Jones, who makes his return. Justin Tipuric, Aaron Wainwright, Talapa Fatal will be making his 100th appearance for Wales. What an achievement for their best number 8 ever, if we've been brutally honest. He's been absolutely brilliant for them for many, many years. And I think quite underrated in terms of world 8s. He's had patches of form where I don't think there's too many other 8s that can do what he does. And particularly with the consistency that he has done over the years. We then got Rhys Webb, who remains on the side. He partners Dan Bigger, though, who returns and wasn't in the 23 at all last weekend. Rio Dyer, Josh Adams, 2 wings. Nick Tompkins, George North, your centre pairing. George North coming into the side. Nigel Hawkins, for example, which a lot of people are quite upset about. And then Louis Rees-Zammit will start at full back. We've seen him play there a couple of times. Not convinced it's his best position. No Liam Williams this weekend, and I don't think Louis Rees-Zammit's going to play too much there when you've got a Lee Halfpenny as well as a Liam Williams as your options. But again, I suppose looking at your depth, and I think that's what Warren Gatland's doing at the moment. He's very much looking at what he has available and who can slot in where. Off the bench, Bradley Roberts, Garrett Thomas, Dylan Lewis to the front row. Daph Jenkins drops down to the bench. Tommy Turnover, Reffel, Thomas Williams, Owen Williams, and Lee Halfpenny. It's a decent Welsh side, but I'd be very surprised if they can really compete with this French side who are playing at home, playing with confidence, and look back to their best last weekend. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. My prediction will be about France, about 15 at least. I want to know what yours are down in the comments below. So let me know.